Chapter 4. Hello everyone. In this chapter, we are going to talk about how to write in English. Writing is an important skill because it helps you organize your thoughts and communicate clearly. The more you write, the better you will become at expressing yourself in English. Let's look at some simple tips to help you improve your writing. The first tip is to start writing every day. Writing every day helps you get used to the language. You don't need to write a lot, just a few sentences or a short paragraph is enough. For example, you can start by writing about your day, your family, or something you enjoy doing. The more you write, the more you will improve. Next, it's important to write about things you like. When you write about things you enjoy, it becomes easier and more fun. You can write about your favorite food, hobbies, or a place you want to visit. When you write about things that interest you, you will feel motivated to keep writing. Another good way to practice is by writing simple sentences. Don't worry about writing long or difficult sentences at first. Start with short, clear sentences. For example, I like to read books, or my dog is brown. These are simple sentences, but they are a great way to start as you get better. You can make your sentences longer. Also, try to write with correct spelling and grammar. It's okay to make mistakes, but try to check your writing for any errors. You can use tools like a grammar checker to help you. Don't forget to start each sentence with a capital letter and end with a period. A great way to improve your writing is to keep a notebook. Write in it every day. You can write about your thoughts, dreams, or even things you have learned. This helps you practice writing and makes it a habit. You can also look back at what you have written to see how much you've improved. If you don't know how to spell a word, don't worry, just try your best. You can look up the word in a dictionary or ask someone for help. The important thing is to keep writing and not to give up. The more you write, the easier it will be to spell words correctly. Another tip is to make a writing plan before you start writing. Think about what you want to say. You can write down a few ideas and organize them into a list. This will help you write more clearly. For example, if you are writing about your favorite hobby, you can write down points like, what is my hobby? Why do I like it? When do I do it? These points will help you stay focused and make your writing easier to follow. You can also try writing stories. Start with short, simple stories about things you know. For example, you can write a story about your family or a trip you took. The more you write, the better your storytelling skills will become. Don't worry if your story is short or simple. The goal is to practice using new words and sentences. Reading other people's writing can also help you improve. Read simple books, articles, or stories in English. Look at how the sentences are written and how the ideas are organized. You can try to write like the authors you read. This will help you learn new writing styles and improve your own writing. If you want to improve your writing even more, you can practice writing letters or emails in English. You can write to a friend, family member, or even a pen pal. This will help you practice using English in real situations. Writing emails or letters also helps you learn how to write politely and clearly. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback. If you can ask someone to read your writing and give you advice, they can help you find mistakes and tell you how to improve. This is a great way to learn and get better. When you write, try to use new words and phrases. Every time you learn a new word, try to use it in your writing. This will help you remember it. For example, if you learn the word delicious, you can write the food at the restaurant was delicious. Using new words in your writing helps you practice them and improves your vocabulary. Another important tip is to write clearly. Make sure your writing is easy to read and understand. If you use difficult words or long sentences, your writing might be hard to understand. Try to keep your sentences simple and your ideas clear. Sometimes it's helpful to rewrite your work after you write something. Take a break and read it again later. You might find ways to improve it. Maybe you can make the sentences shorter or change some words to make them easier to understand. This is part of the writing process and it helps you become a better writer. Remember, writing takes time and practice. Don't worry if it's difficult at first. The more you practice, the better you will get. It's okay to make mistakes, they help you learn. Keep writing every day and you will see how much you improve. In conclusion, writing is a great way to improve your English. Start by writing every day, keeping it simple and using correct spelling and grammar. Read other people's writing, practice writing stories and use new words. Don't be afraid to ask for help and remember to keep practicing. The more you write, the better you will get at English. Keep going and soon you will be able to write fluently in English. Chapter 5, Confidently. Hello again. In this chapter we will talk about how to speak English confidently. Speaking is an important skill and it's normal to feel nervous at first, but with practice you will feel more comfortable speaking English. Let's look at some tips to help you speak English with confidence. The first tip is to practice speaking every day. Speaking often will help you get used to using English. You don't have to speak for a long time. Just a few minutes every day you can talk to yourself, repeat sentences or even talk to a friend. The more you practice, the easier it will become. It's also important to speak slowly and clearly. Don't worry about speaking fast. Speaking slowly helps you say the words clearly and gives you more time to think. It's better to speak slowly and correctly than to speak quickly and make mistakes. Focus on saying each word properly and you will sound more confident. Another good tip is to listen to how others speak. Pay attention to how native speakers talk. You can listen to English videos, podcasts, or songs. This will help you understand how words are pronounced and how sentences are structured. Listening to English every day will also improve your own speaking skills. When you speak, don't worry too much about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language. Mistakes are a part of learning, so don't let them stop. You keep speaking even if you're not sure about the grammar or pronunciation. The more you speak, the better you will get. It's also helpful to learn and practice common phrases. There are many phrases that people use in everyday conversations. For example, how are you? What's your name? Or can I help you? Learning these common phrases will help you feel more comfortable speaking in different situations. You can practice saying these phrases until you feel confident. If you don't know a word, try to explain it in a different way. If you can't remember the word for car, you can say the thing that drives on the road. People will understand you and this will help you communicate. Don't be afraid to use simple words or descriptions when you're speaking. Talking to others is a great way to practice. If you have friends who speak English, talk to them as much as you can. If you don't have any friends who speak English, you can find language partners online. There are many people around the world who want to practice English just like you. Speaking with others will help you improve your confidence and influency. It's also helpful to practice speaking in different situations. Try speaking in different places, like at home, at a cafe, or even at the store. The more situations you practice speaking in, the more comfortable you will feel. For example, you can practice ordering food at a restaurant in English or asking for directions. One way to practice is to repeat what you hear when you listen to English. Try repeating the sentences out loud. This is called shadowing. Shadowing helps you improve your pronunciation and rhythm. It also helps you get used to speaking at the right speed. Try to repeat what you hear as closely as possible. Another tip is to think in English. At first you might think in your own language and translate it into English. but as you get better, try to think directly in English. This will help you speak faster and feel more confident. For example, instead of thinking, "How do I say, I'm going to the store?" just think, "I'm going to the store." When you're speaking, try to use the words and phrases you've learned even if you don't know a lot of words. Using what you know will help you build your confidence. You can also try to add new words to your sentences. For example, if you know how to say "I'm hungry," you can add "I'm hungry and I want a sandwich." Another good tip is to join English-speaking groups. Many people join groups to practice speaking English. These groups can be online or in person. By joining a group, you will have more opportunities to speak in practice. It's a great way to make new friends and improve your speaking skills. You can also practice with language apps. Many apps help you practice speaking English. Some of them have speaking exercises and conversations with native speakers. These apps are fun and can help you speak more naturally. You can practice at your own pace and track your progress. If you feel nervous, take a deep breath and relax. It's normal to feel scared when speaking in a new language. But remember, everyone starts as a beginner. Don't let fear stop you from speaking. The more you speak, the less nervous you will feel. Finally, remember that speaking takes time. It's okay if you don't speak perfectly right away. The important thing is to keep practicing. Over time, your confidence will grow and speaking English will become easier. In conclusion, speaking English confidently is all about practice. Speak every day, listen to others, and don't worry about mistakes. Use common phrases, speak slowly and clearly, and talk to others. The more you practice, the better you will become. Don't forget to be patient with yourself. Learning takes time, but with practice you will speak English confidently. Keep practicing and you'll get better every day.